Guys, we're here. We're live, unofficially live. So, first things first, have a blessed Mother's Day. To all the mothers that's out there, we love you. We appreciate you. And without y'all, we probably wouldn't be here. So, just to let you know, this is my man Malik. Malik, introduce yourself.
What's going on, y'all? My name's Malik.
Man, a few words. This is the other co host. Told you, we're coming back. Again, it's funky. Bear with us. It's coming out. We're going to do a lot of stuff today, all right? First, we're going to talk about the Howard University incidents. We're going to talk mainly NBA basketball playoffs. And we're going to talk a little bit more with Malik to get to know him, as well as share some you know, Mother's Day experiences about our mothers and stuff like that. Are you going to be all right with that?
Yeah.
All right. I know. Not everybody is cool with their moms, but
I know.
it
I
is
love
what it
my mom.
is.
She's a funny person.
Yeah. Yes, I mean, I love your mother too. Make me a platter.
I
Anyway,
ain't gonna speak
that's the
on
show
that.
for today. Here's the intro. Get back
Made all of this money this week. Shit look amazing to me.
New intro for the show. Welcome. We're here. It's Mother's Day special episode edition. We're here with my man Malik.
Yo,
So, Malik, you know, I've known Malik for a while now. I think since he's about 17, 16 years old.
17.
Um, if you haven't noticed or anything, because we probably haven't even put it out yet, I don't think we did. He was in my wedding, so he was very close. He wasn't the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth, seventh choice. He was a safe choice because
True.
yes, because if it was you was supposed to be Vaughn, but I had discussions with Courtney and I was like, babe, I don't know if I could put Vaughn up there because I'm gonna have my cousins and my brothers up there, and they're gonna be cracking jokes. I can't have Vaughn cracking jokes as well because I'll be cracking up. And as you know, they didn't crack the jokes because I told them, shut the hell up.
Courtney's gonna kill you.
And when she came down, it was basically, it was over. So that was that. Not saying I don't appreciate you,
But
bro.
the safe choice?
You was a safe choice.
I wasn't even on the list.
You was on the list. We had like nine groomsmen.
9?
Yeah,
Okay.
the original was 9. Some people got cut, and not from my side. It was mainly from her side. So it's
You ain't
not
gonna
you. It
speak on
wasn't
that.
you. All right, it was her. So we had to do some shuffling and stuff like that. But from knowing Malik since he was very young and everything like that, um, been basically seen him growing up almost. He's very knowledgeable, very fashion nova. As soon as you see him, I'm looking dusty because I basically just got off of work, and while Malik looked like he about to go on a date.
I'm not going on a date. It's a flannel and a sweater.
I mean, look, Philly weather is ridiculous. Yesterday was hot as hell. Today is
Yeah. I don't
is
know what to
regular
wear
fall.
to, but
I
I
know.
seen them on yesterday. I had on sandals.
So, Malik, so just to let everybody know, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background. Let the people know who you are.
Uh, hmm, what about me? Well, I'm just pretty chill, laid back person. Like I said, Will knew me for a long time. Grown up a lot since then. I can say back then I was very, I don't want to say naive, but just a kid. Kid wise,
You
but
didn't know who you were.
yeah, didn't know who I was. Had an old soul though, and still finding myself. And I think that's what life journey is about. Just finding yourself and going through those times, and looking back and laugh at it. But yeah, just a laid back person, chill. Mostly who I am.
Yeah. Well, before we get into anything, the first block for today is basically the continuation of the beef of Drake and Kendrick. I don't know by the time this episode is dropped if there's another diss record. Supposedly it's a ceasefire. Nobody's said anything as of late since Blackheart 6. But I need to know, to me right now, and I'll let you know, and I'm going to get your thoughts on this. And then I'll ask the question. To me right now, I think Drake won solely off of entertainment wise. Entertainment wise, he won only because he's going to drop a song and people are going to forget. People can hate on it. You can accept it. It's going to happen. But, and this is where I pose the question to you: who do you think, if if it is continuing winning, or who has won?
I think Kendrick won.
Okay,
When he dropped Not Like Us, it's just like,
listen,
and then Metro with the BBL Drizzy. That's
listen.
just yeah.
I'm not arguing styles. I'm not going to argue styles. I can't.
I think Kendrick took the Drake approach. I'm gonna make a hit on your ass. I'm gonna back to back you.
Of course, of
And
course.
so I think he went up them on that, which bar for bar wise, we know Drake can't compete with Kendrick on
No,
bar for bar.
again,
It's
it's not about
it's
that.
just the whole point of diss records is to be disrespectful, and I think Kendrick got more disrespectful. I'm gonna talk about your mom, your dad, your son, alleged daughter, and I'm gonna get them all each personal letters, that's very disrespectful.
Listen about the alleged daughter. We all know that's kind of fake. We don't know.
We
It's,
don't
it's
know.
well, that's Drake says he fed fake information. If he did, wow. If he didn't, still wow. But it's kind of stuff that we already to me, it's kind of stuff we already heard from Drake rumor mill. So it wasn't as disrespectful. The only disrespectful part is the letter to his son. I'm sorry, I would have shot you. I would have shot you. Like, yo, you could talk about whatever. Don't say when he's
I mean,
18.
he talked about his wife.
I'm with you.
So
I'm with you, but
You can't start something, and they were like, no,
look,
you
but
can't
wives
do
has
that.
always been on the table since way back into LL Cool J and Flash and Tupac and Big. And so wives and girlfriends are always in that. Sons and children, you kind of got to leave them out. And the fact that he didn't was disrespectful. And that's where he got the dub at Kendrick. Where I think Drake won was that him saying that he gave him fake information and then coming out and then basically doing all the stuff showing the crushing of the van and then saying, all it's so much, it's so many. I have so many of the rhymes in my head that it's giving me a headache as I'm thinking about them. Drake is just more of a showman, whereas Kendrick is a lyric.
Yeah, but they've been Drake. Well, Kendrick been throwing shots at that man for years.
And some people are saying
It's
it's
been directed at him
it's more or less
since the control verse.
it is, but what I don't get, and somebody pointed this out to me, why are you hating on that man?
I don't think he hating.
No, but why? Why? Because at the end of it, right? You can't hate on Drake because I want to say when Kendrick first, not when when he dropped his first underground, but most of these artists, The Weeknd, um, I can't think of the other artists that Drake. He wrote Take Care. No, but I'm just saying, even Kanye and a whole bunch of other artists, and even Kendrick, all thanked Drake. So before, and this is where I'm always skeptical of this, you can't say at one moment he doesn't write his rhymes, where then Kanye says he wrote a whole album for him and he wishes Drake wrote the whole album for you. So now it's like, that's why I say Kendrick, you saying stuff that we already know.
I,
So what is it?
I think that the reason why people don't like Drake or like not hate on him, but like really got words for him is because you came into the game with the golden ticket, the stamp from Wayne, who was the hottest at the time. Everybody else had to grind and get theirs. You really just, oh, let me give you the golden ticket and put you on. So you didn't really have to work that hard. You just kind of got lucky. Whereas Kendrick had to grind for years. Same thing.
I mean, but you can't hate on him, right?
I'm not hating on him. It's just like you can't get the golden ticket from the hottest in the game, and now you're all of a sudden a different person. You got the golden gate.
Well, I'll equivocate this to, all right, so LeBron is out there, and just because this would never happen, all right, we'll debate this another day. We're not going to debate this now, but let's just say Michael Jordan drafts LeBron James. Is that Michael Jordan's fault that, or LeBron James' fault that he got drafted by Michael Jordan?
No,
No.
just that
So you can't
you
hate
lucked
Drake.
up.
You can't. Well, oh well.
But don't be acting like you grinded for something when you lucked up.
Well, listen, he's Canadian, and bygone it. That's a grind. It might not be the grind that you, me, or Kendrick came from. Him coming from Compton and going on those mean streets, but at the same time, Drake had to fight the skepticism of, oh, he's an actor. I was even that part. I was like, come on, he's from Degrassi. And I said Degrassi wrong, but still. Like everybody's like, oh, the wheelchair guy, really?
Watch that shit.
But you know what I'm saying? Everybody, even me, I was like, yo, come on, he can't rap. And then I started listening. I'm like, yo, okay.
He can rap and put
melodies together.
But like hard ass bars, I'm not expecting no Meek Mill hard bars from Drake. No, give me the melodic shit that's gonna make me feel good.
Well, we're not bringing up Meek Mill, and that's okay.
No,
nor Diddy either. No, those are not out. But still, it takes a while. But I'm just more or less like, you could try to kill him all day, every day, lyrically, and you're gonna do it.
That doesn't hurt him.
It does not hurt him because at the end of the day, like I said, if he drops an album or a song next week, which he probably will, people are gonna forget about him. Like, oh, remember, because Pusha T won technically, lyrically, but Drake dropped something that summer, and people were like, oh yeah, well, why didn't we like Drake? Oh no, Drake Jones fine. That's fine. You know, so it's like, what's the point?
You got a point. But I was talking to someone the other day, and I thought about something. Drake's he does, hold on to the summer, but he snatches everybody flus to get him to that summer popping. Like he does it. Like he has a history of doing that.
He does, but it's just more or less.
It's like, come up with your own shit.
You know what it is though, and I was a Drake hater for a very long time, and then I was on board, and then I hated him again, and now I'm just like, yo, he's one of the greatest MCs, entertainers. I'll say greatest entertainer MCs out there because of this.
He doesn't dance.
No matter what or who that person is, right? He's always showed love to try to get that person out, whether it's The Weeknd, whether it's Party Next Door, whether it's
Party Next Door is in the sweatshop.
I understand, but you know what I'm saying? Like he's helped people try to get further. Now it might minus probably The Weeknd is probably the only big success. But other than that, that whole Sexy Red song I mentioned on the last episode, didn't know that was him. I thought it was just Sexy Red, and I was like, come on, this is regular. And then you listen to it, and you're like, oh no, that was actually him helping her get out. Because technically, if that song doesn't come out, well, Sexy Red was already out there, but that probably put her on the map. Like The Weeknd was out there, then The Crew comes out, and now everybody likes The Weeknd. You know, so it's like I look at it like Kendrick. You can't, whatever beef you have with him, right or wrong, understand. You can murder that man all day, every day, lyrically. He's gonna drop an album this summer, and people are gonna say, "Who was he battle rapping this weekend? He wasn't. Who was he beefing with?"
Kendrick got the same type of power too. If he dropped, he has the same power too.
But this is where I always said, and this is where I said Drake won because while Kendrick was spewing out rumors that we already knew or heard, the fact that Kendrick, who has been a total activist in the black community, in his neighborhood, never heard anything. And then Drake says something like him smacking his baby mom, him acting like this, but actually is this. And then you go and you do research like most of the people did. And you're like, wow, Drake, that was kind of right.
What information was right?
Well, when he said he beats on his wife or his girlfriend that he didn't marry yet, and everybody knew about the baby, Kendrick didn't want to accept it or talk about it because if you talk about it, then it's real. But then as soon as his wife, we said anything about his wife, she unfollowed. Now it might have been speaking because
they never followed each other.
No, she recently followed and then she unfollowed because of the whole. It could have been about the whole, rap beef, and she was like, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to be nothing in it. But it looked skeptic. It was very suspicious of her doing that. So it gave more fuel to the fire. But again, it was just more or less people wanted to see Drake get put down a peg or two, and it doesn't matter because again, he's going to put an album out.
I'm just tired of light skins winning.
Well, listen here, all right. We gotta stop this whole light skin, dark skin.
So we up.
All right.
We up two.
Speaking of prominent, Black excellence. We were talking before we went on, and you didn't know, but then you did the research about Howard University Nursing School and how they treated their graduates. Tell me, I'm gonna ask you a question, but tell me your thoughts on, is this hurting HBCUs?
Yeah, HBCU is not not in a good look right now. They haven't been in a good look for a while. Going back to when Dion was there,
Mm,
trying with the football program, then Ed Reed
mm.
tried the same thing. So it's like this is not a good look for HBCUs. No offense to the Dr. Umars out there, but y'all niggas gotta do better.
You know, because this recently happened just over the past week or a couple of 4 days, or however you want to put it. And I was watching it, and I thought it was just a isolated event, like, or maybe it was just this one in particular thing. But then I come to find out it was the whole nursing of Howard University, and it's like the main issue is because they were scared for capacity issues or overflowing of. You have to understand, as a college graduate myself, of one of the few of my siblings that graduated college, it's a proud moment. Now, college isn't for everyone, but it's a proud moment for that individual once that happens. So you want as many as you can to experience it. Barring none, if they didn't have tickets, they didn't have tickets. So it wasn't the issue of capacity. It was the issue that they didn't have the space. So basically, they overbooked, they underbooked. So if you had 200 graduates,
You're
right,
giving them how many tickets
and
per
you're giving them
person,
probably 3 per ticket,
so they can't do simple math then.
exactly, and they probably booked a hall that couldn't hold the number that they were expecting.
So in my opinion, it ain't like most college stuff is outside, like in big venues.
Well, normal,
Most normal.
normal
And it's
graduation.
Howard, so like it's a big HBCU. It's not like a small HBCU.
Now, I have to do more research on it. Now, I'm not sure if this was because usually with big universities, sometimes they'll do, all right, we're doing the art section and the science section all together, and then they'll separate and do an individual graduation for that individual, like biology, or in this case nursing, or communications, or math or business or something like that, right? I'm not sure 100% if that was the case with this, but if that is, then you automatically should have known that if you were going to have 200, I'm not 100% sure the exact amount, but I'm just going off of 200 because that's a small amount. Why wasn't you prepared? Or at least just said, you know what, do what we got to do and let's make it quick and fast and easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that I think they should have accommodated them in a more suitable and fair way. Because just like in the middle of it, just like yeah, we're just gonna cancel everything. So like, I don't feel like their hard work was for nothing. Like I can't even celebrate it with the people that helped me along the way or get to see me have my moment. So it's kind of
Yeah, it sucks because also some of these people, these graduates, graduated high school in 2020 during a pandemic year. Some of them couldn't even walk then. So you denied them their chance to walk for their family. And I guess that's probably why they were so underwhelmed with the amount of people that was probably coming to this graduation. And it shocked them. Which it should have been great. Like, look, guys, we're here. Y'all accomplished stuff. Your family is here. We're a little bit crowded. We're gonna make sure this is fast, easy, and y'all can get y'all names called and y'all can get the fuck out of here. Quick, fast, and easy.
quick question. Do you think they stopped it midway, not because of capacity, but because black people every time we graduate, we not wait to the end of class.
No, of course not. Of course not. But I think everybody has a plan, right? And I'm pretty sure Howard had a structured plan of, look, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to have somebody speak for 20 minutes, and then And it's all it's always it's
Always
not just
us.
black. It's not just black. It's just certain
It's
families,
certain
but it's mainly black people. And I heard it, but it was funny. So when I graduated, right, and I'm gonna answer the question real quick with this story. When I graduated, I was scared because my last name is Ray, and if you're going by the alphabet, you're gonna be there for a while.
Yeah.
Luckily, they didn't do that with us. So I was like maybe called 12th to maybe 15th.
You got lucky.
Yeah, but the person that was calling, or the dean was like, save your applause. If you applaud, please applaud quick so the next person's name can be heard so their family can applaud. And like always, nobody, you get so excited and it's a competition. It's literally a competition. Like if Malik got caught and everybody's like, woo, hoo, woo, woo, that's my motherfucking baby. Then the next person to go like, and you got to get louder because we're like, yeah, we represent it. And you be like, well, it's not about that. But to your point, I'm pretty sure that was probably the thought. And that was horrible. Horrible thinking.
To be honest, I love going to graduation just for that. I just want to see who's gonna be the most ghettoest family in there, because it brings so much joy to my heart when they see their people go across stage and they just act a damn fool in the stands.
I've been to so many graduations where it's just like that you hear stuff, you're like, why?
Nah, yeah, they just didn't feel. It's best when you're sitting in front of the family and you be hearing them talking, and it's like no wonder they don't want to be around y'all. They rather be trying to get the fuck up out of here.
Listen, uh, Courtney told me when she was about to hear my name get called, my sister yelled louder and she had to speak, she had to get even as loud as her just so they can match even tone. But I remember also graduating high school, and high school is kind of different from college because high school, everybody's happy and kind of respectful, and they're like, you better have graduated high school, basically. So we're happy that you graduated, but you better have. College is kind of different because nobody goes to college. Almost nobody's guaranteed to go to college. Nobody's guaranteed to finish college. So the fact that these individuals of, again, a historic black college denied them this opportunity is a it's a black eye because now, like you was talking about, granted, it's some controversy with Dion. People has their thoughts on that. I kind of on the side of what Dion said, but that's another debate. But there's so many other instances where you're just like, wow, again, wow, really, wow. You like you don't hear that at Texas, Florida, Temple, Villanova, Drexel, Penn. You don't hear that. Granted, those are 40,000 students.
Yeah, and they make it work.
And that's what I mean by like sometimes they'll break off and they'll do the individual sections of it. But at HBCU, usually will have the same type of criteria as the main colleges, but they don't. It's weird.
Yeah, and especially I wouldn't expect this from Howard. Maybe like not Howard. Yeah,
I
it's.
would expect this from Lincoln or Cheney.
I was about to say that too.
And this is no disrespect. This is no shade to them. But like if you hear some stuff like that, you would hear from like or Rice, not Rice, Ryder or not Ryder. Who am I thinking of? That's in Virginia or something. I can't think of the name.
Not with
Even something like somebody that you don't normally hear from that should be like, oh wow, they're HBCU. Oh, I didn't know that. Delaware State. That's what I'm thinking of. Delaware State. Again, no shade to Delaware State. No shade to any of them. I am an advocate for historical black colleges. Most of my family went to historical black colleges. So it's just more or less like we have to do better as a community. We have to do better all in general. I believe they should owe them
yeah,
another chance to do it.
yeah.
They're not going to do it because that costs them money. But it is what it is. Guys, leave your comments. Do you think they should what should be done? In the comments. Let us know. Give us your thoughts. Fair or unfair. Let us know. All right. So the WNBA playoffs, not WNBA playoffs, the WNBA season is afoot. By this time, the season should start by Wednesday. Um, with some good news has happened, most of the teams now are able to have their own chartered flight this whole season. So basically, they're not paying out of pocket now to go catch a plane.
So it's
They
flying Spirit.
they were flying almost Spirit or something like that, but no, it was basically fend for yourselves because half the profits they share half the profits, and sometimes they can't do it. But
They
because
don't really make a profit.
well, with the emergence of Caitlyn, Angel, and a bunch of
Yeah.
other female athletes of WNBA that have come out recently, they're more of star power. So because now, and could be the plus size of an NIL deal for the ladies,
Yeah.
that they get recognition in college. The fandom comes over from college to the WNBA, and that's kind of the thing that they've been missing. Because usually, if I watch somebody in high school like Dewan Wagner Jr. and his pop, like you'll follow. Like LeBron, you follow. You be like, all right, boom, boom, Kobe, you follow. Like, what school is he going to? All right, boom, let me see what's going on, and then you just transfer over
Mm.
like that. That was what they were kind of missing because Kansas Park was probably, or Maya Moore. I'm sorry, Maya Moore was probably the last one that did that because
Yeah.
Maya was just awesome.
Yeah.
But now with Angel, Caitlyn, who's the other girl that was teaming up with Angel in Chicago? I can't think of her name.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I
I can't
forgot.
think. It's no shit. It's just
Nah,
that I
she can
have.
hoop though.
She's she's six. What? She's 6'7", 6'8". She should hoop, but no. Dawn Staley trained her. She's phenomenal. Question for you: with the star power that is coming in with these young ladies, do you think this is a chance for them to improve and possibly expand the league?
Yeah, they're gonna have to expand it because like these new generation of hoopers, or female hoopers, they different.
They are.
They different. They not like early 2000s WNBA players. They got bags. Like they can shoot from Steph Curry range. They could defend,
Yeah.
and like they real hoopers. Like so they're gonna have to expand the league because you got more competition coming in now, which is going to draw in fans. People want to see them compete. So that should help their game. Lowering the rim does not do nothing for them.
I know whoever suggested that
Look, I
is.
don't
I
like.
get it. I get the thinking, but no. But you said they have so much in the back, and that's true because now, whereas before, and both men and women, you're not depending on the professionals anymore. Because
Yeah,
if you're damn good, you can get an NIL deal
yeah,
and get all your money. Just as a freshman, you can go and get 10, not 10, like close to $5 million, and your family is set. They're out of poverty. They're out of the 1 bedroom apartment, 2 bedroom house. They're set up
hmm
just from you balling in college. So now with the ladies especially, like I think Angel Reese just this past year for um LSU, I think she was making close to $2.4 million, maybe two. And Caitlyn was probably making about 2.3, 2.4. And I know Caitlyn just got the big deal from Nike.
yeah,
Angel got Reebok, even though I think they wanted her, but I think they were skeptical because they think she's a troublemaker, which is ridiculous. She makes money. That's all she does. She's gonna make money, and
yeah.
you need to accept it. But I think you're right. I think with now, because I think a fan on TikTok posted a Chicago Sky preseason game, and it was full. It was full. It was packed out. Who the fuck goes to a preseason game?
Yeah, that's big for
Even
preseason.
an NBA preseason game isn't packed
Nah.
unless you had like a megastar that you've never seen before, and this is the first game, and so you want to see him. But it's never packed. So the fact that it was a packed arena in a preseason game for Angel Reese is shows leaps and bounds of where they once were. So hopefully it continues,
Shit.
and give me two teams or two cities that you would want to be expanded in the WNBA.
Uh, Philadelphia.
I think Philly is probably
Philly
easy.
is like main thing. Um,
What about Miami
that would be exciting.
for a female Miami
Yeah.
team? Ooh, I think Philly and Miami is probably the top two choices. You probably would have to get another LA team just
Another one?
because.
Another LA team?
Yeah, you would. It's LA. You would need another LA team.
So you're gonna be like the Clippers of the LA.
Yeah, yeah, or the Chargers, depending on how you look at it. I mean, it's gonna happen sooner or later. I think
Within the next 5
unequivocally,
years, they're gonna add more teams.
yeah, they need to ask Philly. I think a female Phillies team, basketball league would be great, and I think they're scared of it. Not scared of it, they just don't have the money. But guys, what are your thoughts? Leave your comments in the section below. Any teams or any new areas that we didn't think of that they should expand on? Maybe Iowa, maybe Ohio.
Iowa.
Iowa would probably be interesting, but
You got to think of something like population wise, like
well, that's a new market. It's an untapped market, especially for women. So you can do that out there. And Iowa's not that bad. I haven't been out there.
I'm about to say.
I was trying to think, like, have I been out
Just go
there?
to Iowa.
Like, yeah, who would like? Yeah, we're gonna go to Iowa. But anyway, no shade to Iowa. Leave your thoughts, comments. Let us know your thoughts. Moving on. NBA playoffs. Before we get to the NBA playoffs, I'm gonna touch on this because I touched on it with Manny, and we kind of just automatically of accepting the rise of Ant-Man being the new face of the league. Give me your thoughts on Ant-Man's game and how he has basically changed the way that we're now looking at who's the face of the league.
He brought back early 2000s to basketball.
Hmm.
Play defense, talk shit, and hoop.
And back it up.
And back it up and brought the competitiveness back. It was lacking that.
It was a little too buddy buddy.
Yeah, they want to be friends and work out in the off season. No, I'm trying to kill you on the court. Which I love that he's bringing back because his game is literally just old school basketball. I'm gonna get to my spots. Y'all not gonna stop me. I'm not gonna do nothing extra. He does the same moves over and over again, which is nothing bad, but he gets to his spots and he does his thing. And on defense, he plays defense too, which a lot of stars won't do.
No, because they're like, I'm gonna give all my effort either on offense or on defense.
Yeah,
never on both.
Yeah, plays great defense. Their team is rocking right now. And I think he's 22.
Yeah, he's 22, 23.
He didn't tap his full potential yet.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't even hit his prime. He hasn't even.
Yeah,
He just barely scratched the surface.
It's getting easier to him. And if he's eating like this in the playoffs, imagine him over the next 5-10 years. We're gonna have a serious discussion about him.
You know what his game reminds me of right now, and I think people are probably going to disagree with me in the comments. He reminds me of that young 2002 to 2004 Kobe Bryant, where not the game style, the mentality of I need to play defense to affect my offense. My offense affects my defense because if I'm good on one side, I got to be great on another. He's great on both. He does it on both. He doesn't need to score 40 like most guys. If he gets 40, he can get it.
He's not looking. He's not trying to get 40.
No, not like just to get 40. If he's getting 40, it's because I'm really mad and I need to cut your throat.
Yeah.
Right now, he's just shooting you in certain key areas to let you bleed out. He is right now. He's getting his assassin card in a way that's unfamiliar since the LeBron era.
He take down Jokic, he a killer for sure.
Well, we'll get into that. But besides Ant, who's another? And besides, I know you're a San Antonio's fan.
Yeah.
I know Wemby is also going to be the new face as well. But who else? Well, I think if he gains at least 10, 15 more pounds.
Why would he?
He will.
He will, but it's just like I'm a stream being and y'all can't stop me already.
Well, there's only one man that can stop him, and the man that put up 70 on him.
He's never healthy.
Again, I'm just saying he just put up 70 on him.
He's a rookie.
Made it look easy. I'm not going to say he's not
going to forget him. He's going to get him back.
He will,
He
because
gonna
he's going to
get
be
that.
better than Embiid. He will be better than
Yeah.
Embiid with his skill set.
And once they add Trey Young, he's gonna be set.
You think Trey Young? That's for when the season's over. But give me Wemby and who else? Give me two more. Give me the Mount Rushmore of the new faces that
New
could be up there.
faces?
Yeah, of
Shea.
this new generation.
Shea.
Shea,
I like Shea.
you got robbed. Yes.
He definitely did.
What about Luca?
I wouldn't say Luca's he's the international face, but not like
No love for Luca.
I love Luca. I love his game.
No, but
He takes
as
a
the
lot of ridiculous
face,
shots, but I think they give it to Tatum before they ever give it to Luca.
I think Tatum time has passed.
He's only 25.
No, in terms of being the
being
guy.
man. He's been to a finals.
He's been to a finals loss. They gave him plenty of chances, and he has not. Now this year, they're going to give him one final chance. If they don't win it this year,
Yeah, this is like his last.
this is it. But all right, let's say Tatum is an alternate. So we have Wemby, we have Ant-Man, we have Shea. Tatum's an alternate.
Tatum's an alternate. Who else I like? That's a hard question. Like face of the league, because it's like
Do you think
they're still young. They're still learning their game.
they are? But these are the young guys, and they're not.
I like Brunson too.
But Brunson's old. He's been in the league. I think kind of he's overrated. Don't quote me.
He's not overrated.
But I said that he's overrated. He's basically James Harden, but the miniature version of him. But that's just me. What about Tyrese Maxey?
I like Maxey's game. I think Maxey has a chance.
Another
If he-
alternate. He's behind
No.
Tatum and all
No,
that.
I put him in front of Tatum.
Oh, so
Yeah, he's in front of
because
Tatum.
most of these guys are under 25, which is ridiculous. And this is what's so fascinating.
Yeah.
So that would, Maxey has potential to be that.
if he leaves Philly.
It's sad to say you're kind of right, maybe. But even if he doesn't, even if he accomplishes it in Philly, it's actually better because you know how Philly treats their guards.
Yeah, you're gonna be the next AR.
Yeah.
Philly.
You know what I mean? So, all right. So we have Maxey, we have Shea, we have Wemby, and we have Ant. I feel like we're missing somebody though. No Fox.
Nah, he hasn't.
Fox
really-
is relatively young. I think Ja would probably have been in it if it wasn't for the guns.
Yeah, he Gilbert Arenas himself.
Pretty
in
much.
that situation. But he can bounce back from it.
With what? I mean, this isn't
A
saying that he
ridiculous
can't win a championship or anything of that. I think it takes a lot. It would have to take like a Michael Vick type of turnaround for him to be recognized as a face of the NBA. Like, remember, maybe next year or the year after, it's going to be Wemby and Ant in the
I
forefront.
think 2 years from now, if Ja balls out for the next 2 years, they're gonna forget about that situation.
No, they never forget because they'll always remember.
Ain't like he was on that trick. He was on that little 22.
And because it wasn't just once, it wasn't just twice, it was 3 times.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
It was like, yo, like if I gotta tell you 3 times, no.
He down in Memphis. Shout out Memphis.
Anyway, we're gonna talk about the NBA playoffs on the West Side. Right now,
Good in the West.
Dallas and OKC have split.
Great series.
OKC looks to be the better team. Dallas in the last game. Now, granted, by the time this comes out, another game will probably be played on Sunday. We don't know what the series will be then. But Dallas in the last game, as a whole, they played better. Kyrie didn't play in particularly well. PJ Washington played a phenomenal game, which was surprising because Brittany Renner wasn't there. So it's just more or less, I don't expect that game from him. I expect that game from Kyrie. So I'll just transition those points to Kyrie. So basically, all in all, they played basically Dallas basketball.
Yeah.
I say this, even if Dallas wins this series, which they should because they're more experienced, that's bad news for Dallas because you're going to be facing either Denver, depending on if they come back, or Minnesota. with a hobbled Luka Doncic. What do you think of this series of OKC and Dallas so far?
I think it's going to 7.
You think
So
7?
OKC got a young squad, which they hooping right now. And if it don't works out, they got 111 more first round draft picks to
That
choose another star.
this is what I was
So
just telling.
they're fine either way.
I was telling Vaughn this, and Vaughn is a diehard, Dallas fan. Vaughn, a friend of ours, and I was trying to explain to him, look, even if you beat them this year, they're back next year.
Yeah, they back. They
They're
the same.
all back
They all back.
because they're all under. Besides Shea, is under rookie deals, and you just gave them experience. And now with that experience, and now you just made them hate you. Your team isn't going to be back. Your team, you're not going to have all those same pieces.
Man, interject. One person got to come back to OKC.
Who?
KD, go back.
No,
home.
Go
back
to
home.
go to New York.
Go back home.
Go to Washington. He's not. No, don't ban Hop now. What OKC? But no,
Bring Russ with you too.
But plus, they have draft picks though. They have lottery draft picks.
Phoenix, get on the phone.
Like
Oh.
honestly, they had picks. Whereas if they really wanted to get freaky and use those picks to go pick up, say, an Ant-Man.
Top 15 picks. None of them are protected. I don't believe.
No.
So they got a chance to be in the lottery for the next 4 or 5 years.
Listen,
Shout
OKC is going to be scary.
Shout out Sam Presti.
Sam Presti is an excellent GM. I think he might be one of the best GMs in the NBA, if not the best. Top 3. It's him, Jerry West. Well, is he a GM? He's more of a consultant / GM. But then you also have, even the New York's, the Knicks GM has been doing phenomenal, as well as Pat Riley. Pat Riley always able to make Miami Heat competitive. But Sam Presti has just been on a different level in terms of building that squad. And I don't think he was really ready because they're still incomplete because you still have Chet. You have
playing 2K.
They still aren't they missing home the other big guy that they drafted just this year? And I don't think he's playing this year.
Nah, yeah, Sam Presti was playing. He was playing 2K when he was generating his team.
Look, you have both of the Jay Wills. Shea is what, 25? Young.
Their average age is like 22.
Dort is 26, 27. Like, and they have freaking pick. They're going to be around for a long. So even if they lose, it's a learning experience. But if they win, it's just going to add more confidence to them.
Yeah.
Now, you have Mavs in 7.
I don't have Mavs. I'm
No, you got to pick.
I can't.
Feet to the fire.
I like OKC and I like Dallas.
No, feet.
I'm a diehard Kyrie fan.
I know. Kyrie, you got to pick.
I gotta stay with. I'm going with Kai. Dallas at 7.
Dallas in 7.
Yeah.
All right, you on Dallas in 7. I'm gonna go OKC in 6. I just think, as of right now, especially after last night's game, from what I saw, and Luka's really hobbled.
Yeah.
He's hurt, and they're trying to give him an out, and he's balling. But there's not much left that he can do. They're going to put Dort on him all day, and they're going to throw other bodies on. They're probably going to put one of the Jalen's on him, and we'll see. But I just think they're younger, they're faster, they're hungrier, and sooner or later, that knee for Luka is just going to be like, it's done, and he's going to sit. And Dallas has nothing. So you say Dallas in 7, I'll say OKC in 6, which leads us to Minnesota and Denver. It's a shocking how this. I thought this series would at least be 1-1.
I thought at least 1-1. But
again, by the time this comes out, it might be 2-1. It might be 3-0. We don't know.
And shout out to the refs for letting them play defense too.
Before we touch on Minnesota and Denver, you just brought up the refs. The refs in the NBA have sucked for most of these series.
Yeah.
Besides Denver and Minnesota.
Wonder why.
Now, to Denver's point, they'll say the refs suck. But to that point, I'll say if those calls was for you, you wouldn't be bitching either. So obviously. But that's this series has been as close net as it has as it most any playoff game. Knicks, Indiana, the refs are all on Knicks side. Boston. Well, there's no real refs involvement in that. So that series as well, but there's no need for ref involvement in that. And then Dallas and OKC, the refs has been up and down on that. The refs have been horrible. They've been very inconsistent, very hot and cold, so that you don't know exactly what you're going to get. You know what I mean? So like you play ball and I play ball. Usually in the first quarter, you kind of know. I know it doesn't look. I was my younger days when I had knees, right? You usually know in the first quarter what the refs are going to call.
Yeah, you know what
If
you're
they're
gonna
going to let
get.
you play or if they're not going to let you play. Are they going to let you set a hard screen? Are they going to let you go when you're trying to set the screen and you lean a little bit?
Yeah,
You'll know that just off the first
yeah.
quarter.
Some of the screen calls in these players, I've been looking like, that's not. I just should just let him play.
Especially we're focusing on the West, but just to prove the point, the Knicks, Pacers, Miles Turner sets the screen, barely touches, might have been Josh Hart or somebody else, barely touches him. Josh Hart flies across the whole stadium because he has to sell the illegal screen, and it's like, wow, you know. So the refs have been inconsistent, but to go back with Minnesota and Denver, did you expect Minnesota and Denver to be so one-sided?
Kinda,
But for
kinda.
Denver,
I don't know. I just Anthony Edwards different. He came into this playoffs on a mission,
well,
and I think he got like a hit list that he just trying to just kill everybody.
sometimes it takes the playoffs for you to actually show who you are. Cause see, before the series actually started, I looked at the matchup and I'm like, all right, Anthony Edwards was probably going to be guarded mainly by either Aaron Gordon or Michael Porter Jr. And that has been a mistake because
Mm,
not only has that been a mistake, because now when you do your switches, you leave Cat open or you put Jokic in a disadvantage up on top of the K when he can't guard on top of the K. I know a lot of people say he can guard on top of the K. It's only if they don't have the swing that Minnesota has. Minnesota has that. They can go inside or they can go outside because it does that.
I think the changing factor for Denver in this series is you gotta attack Cap. You gotta attack him. He's a liability on defense. So you put him in foul trouble, it switches up the whole game plan.
You can, but surprisingly,
They haven't been able to.
he's been playing D. But he doesn't have to play D on Jokic
Doesn't.
because Rudy has. Now, granted, Rudy didn't play in game two because he had a child. Yes, families first. Get over it. But even then, Cat played, sufficiently well against him, against Joker basically. So they had bodies to throw at Joker because now Cat could guard Aaron Gordon, and he can guard Aaron Gordon. So that's why I'm like, wow, this is actually a mismatch for Denver.
I think Aaron Gordon gotta attack him like the same way he was attacking AD.
Maybe, but see, that's kind of different because they
They
both
play
had,
the same
yeah,
on
but
defense.
I don't. It might be.
AD and Cat play the
It
same.
might be a little controversial what I'm about to say. Cat might have a bigger bad than AD.
Offensively,
Yeah,
I don't think so. I think AD offensively, he's a point guard and
he is. He is. But I
a power
think
forward body.
as of right now, from what it looks like, from where Cat plays compared to what AD plays, we're laughing because I just came off of work and if you heard it, my stomach is grumbling. We're almost finished.
We hungry.
All right. And it's crazy because I only had a burrito. But again, the bag for Cat is kind of different for what AD because AD's injury has been hurting.
Sure.
So like if AD is 100% healthy, AD's
It's a
bag is
different AD.
unlimited.
Yeah, it's a different AD.
But he's never 100%
Yeah,
healthy.
he walked down the steps and get hurt. So
It's the Ben Simmons effect. and we've already touched on Ben Simmons. Leave that alone. All right. So, in this series, I'm going to be a little biased here. I'm going to have Denver winning this in 7. Only because I think their experience and their returning champion, defending champions, Joker will figure this out in 7. It's going to be a battle, but it's going to be benefit for them, not Minnesota, because I don't think Minnesota is fully there yet. I could be wrong.
If they make it past Denver, they could win the finals.
Yeah. So who you have?
Winning the series.
Yeah.
If Denver wins Game 3,
No.
I'm going with Denver. But if they go down 3-0,
No. Feet to no. We ain't half-assing.
so I think, you know what? I'm going with Minnesota.
You going Minnesota?
Yeah.
And what?
4.
Think another sweep?
It could be. If they on a roll like this within the first 2, they get another one. I don't. Or a gentleman's sweep. A gentleman's.
So all right. So just so you can hedge your bet, you're saying Minnesota in 5.
Minnesota 5.
Okay. Because if they do sweep Denver, that is wow.
At that point, you got Ant-Man. You got the face of the league.
You would have to just crown him if he does that against the defending champion, the defending, reigning MVP. You sweep him. Wow, that would just that.
3.
Listen. We're not going to. We're not going to touch on the MVP, but it is what it is. So, we're closing out, and since Mother's Day will probably be past by the time this episode comes out, I'm going to give my special shout out to my mother. Mom, love you. Appreciate everything that you've done. And to give a quick story, I'm gonna share some secrets here. When I was 18, Leak, and I might have said this to you before, but I might not have, so this could be new information for you to digest. When I was 18, I was in a situation, lady troubles and blah blah blah, right? But basically, it was more or less about growing up, and I had some issues with it. Wasn't fully understanding about growing up, and I didn't know how to handle it. I talked with my mother, and my mother said something that stuck with me. Just take it one day at a time. Just worry about getting to tomorrow. And I've always appreciated it because she's, moms are always there. You know what I mean? She's been to every one of my graduations. She's been to most of my games. You know, if I go over there right now, she'll probably throw a shoe at me because, that's how she is.
Shout out Flo.
But it is what it is, and I appreciate her. And happy Mother's Day, Mother. Love you. Give me your best Mother's Day memory and appreciation.
Shout out to my mom. Happy Mother's Day to you. I got so many memories of my mom. She always made it happen.
Yeah.
It's like she always come through in the clutch. Like even when you think that she didn't remember, she remembers. Whether that's good or bad. If it's good, good. If it's bad, run.
Yeah.
But so many memories of just being together with all the family and being with my mom and my sisters. Shout out to my sisters too. Their mothers. Some of them are. Yeah, I got memories of my mom. So many.
Talk about Thanksgiving where she made me and everybody else a plate.
We not gonna talk about that. Okay, she cooked one time for this man, and he has not gotten over the
And
fact.
Tom and Vaughn.
She was it's Thanksgiving. She was in a giving mood, which is rare that she cook like that anyway. Because she had stopped cooking once I turned like 13. It was fend for myself. We're not gonna speak on that, but yeah, she just cooked out the blue and wanted to make everyone food. So you still talk about that? That was years ago.
So what? It was good food, especially the potato salad. Can we
I
get
don't
more
even,
of that?
I don't even like potato salad.
That's why it was so good because she know you didn't like it. I felt like she did that to spite you. It felt like that Kevin Hart and Think Like a Man, like Miss Loretta.
I think she did too.
Oh, I'm ready for the rest of the tour. Like she was.
That's equal. That's
Mm,
equal.
That's it. Mother. It starts and ends with moms. Again, and this isn't just for my mom. This is for everyone else's mom. I have family, cousins, sisters. You know, oh my, all over family that are mothers, and we appreciate you.
We
We
do.
value you, and Father's Day is next. That's all I gotta say. And granted, I'm not a father, but damn it, I should be.
I'm a father. I don't got no kids, but I'm a father.
Whatever. We're not. That's no, no. Anyway, guys, I'm Will. That's Malik. Malik,
We
let anybody know in the audience where they can find you at.
you can find me on Instagram. It's Malik backwards, KILAM _2.
All right, guys, I'm Will. This is Malik. Happy Mother's Day. Love you guys. See y'all next time. We're out.